All right, folks, we are back. Sideline Sisters here to give you all the news on your WNBA, NCAA, just everything women's basketball. I'm
That's
Michelle
right.
Bloom.
Angela Courtney.
Here
And
to
let's
get it
get
to you straight.
it. All righty, y'all. So we are celebrating Black History Month. I don't know what they're doing in politics, but I'm going to always celebrate my people.
That's
So
right. And
tonight,
you know what? It
go
ain't
ahead,
even
Michelle.
just about it being February. It's celebrated 365 in my book.
It should. In my place too, but I'm just saying, we got to put the hype on it because
Oh,
it
yeah.
is,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, we're going to start the night off with a very important person. Um, and her name is Lynette Woodward. Now,
Oh,
Lynette Woodward, with whom I can say I had the opportunity to meet in person, my
okay.
first my first ever Globetrotter experience. Lynette Wood is a former professional basketball player and an Olympic gold medalist. She made history by becoming the first African American Black Globetrotter, female Globetrotter. She also played in the inaugural WNBA their first year, and she played with the Cleveland Rockers and the Detroit Shock. She also was a former star forward at the University of Kansas.
Okay.
In 1984, won an Olympic gold medal, and she was recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Yes,
Mm.
ladies and we're talking about Lynette Woodward, an all-star.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that is my share for Black History Month. All right.
And folks, we're gonna be coming at you every show. We're gonna be highlighting a very important African American woman, basketball player of some sorts with you guys. So that's just the beginning. Lynette Woodard, she did her thing.
Did her
Whoo,
thing.
if I could be a globetrotter, if I could be a globetrotter, razzle dazzle.
I know, right? I wanted to be one. I had all the little tricks down. I could do all the little tricks. I was trying to get to the point where I can go. I'm like, hey, can I try out? Anyway,
Yeah.
so when we
All
taking it
right,
back?
all right.
When we taking it
So
back to?
we're gonna take it back. We're gonna go back, y'all. We're gonna catch you, bring you up to speed from we're gonna start back to last Thursday, where we had Notre Dame taking on Virginia Tech. And I will tell you again, and don't beat me up for saying this, Courtney. I know South Carolina your team. You don't want me to badmouth your team. But I will say Notre Dame is almost like South. They remind me of South Carolina. They start off at a slow pace, and then somehow I don't know what Ivy Niel says back in that locker room at halftime. But they come out on fire in the second half, and that's what happened in this game right here against Virginia Tech. Pretty much from the opening tip, Virginia Tech had the lead up until 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. They commanded the first half pretty much. Um, Virginia Tech scored 21 points in the first quarter. Notre Dame had 18. And then it was a close ball game. They capitalized on Notre Dame's turnovers. They had 11 turnovers there in the first half alone. 11 alone. I will say that, of course, Notre Dame ended up winning this game 77-61. Which at one point Virginia Tech did cut that lead down to 10. However, again, off some missed shots, steals, that's what put Notre Dame up in the second half. And then they picked up the defensive intensity because they just didn't have it. It was the lack thereof defensive intensity. And again, sophomore Hannah Hidalgo. How many points you think she went for, Courtney? How many points?
against Virginia
Virginia
Tech.
Tech. Easy.
I'll say she had 28, 29.
You close. She put up a 30 piece on them. She put up a 30 piece.
That's okay. She done had 2 30 pieces.
Okay, so 30. She was 7 for 7 from the free throw. Miles contributed with 15. Then Citron with 8 points. Again, it was just back and forth again. Like I said, Virginia Tech, they had a chance. I'll say all the games that Notre Dame has started off with this season, they haven't like taken a huge or commanded a huge lead. They've started off bumpy, and then, like I said, on the second half, they firing off on all cylinders. They connecting on all their shots. They doing the darn thing. So again, big ups to Notre Dame. They are 18-2. They are undefeated right now, 9-0, and they are commanding the lead in the ACC conference, I must say.
Okay.
Let's see. We had a bunch of big games actually on that night for women's basketball. Like I said, you had USC. They took on Minnesota, beat Minnesota 82-69 in that game. Texas beat Missouri. That was a close match, 70-61.
Yes.
But the game that I did watch, and I wish I had some video footage to put up here for y'all. And I still might, just for the next one, just for kicks and giggles. Okay. LSU took on Oklahoma. Reagan Beers, okay, came to LSU. Big game between the two teams. They put up 207 points.
That was
207. Okay. 207 points, y'all. When I say back and forth, again, I always refer to a tennis match because that's how intense this game was. LSU come down and score a bucket. Oklahoma come down and score a bucket. That's how intense this game was. There was a moment in the game where, there was a little shoving match. Okay, this is how intense it was. 2 players got disqualified from this game. Did you know that?
Oh, wait, because in the last LSU game, old girl wasn't there.
So Samaya Smith, Liz Scott got a little shoving match. Look, they were heated. They were ready. The refs took it upon themselves because pushing and shoving was done, disqualified them, which means they have to sit out their next contact. You out of here. You gone. Okay. So unfortunately, they missed their next game they played. So, which may have had Liz Scott not been DQ'd. I don't know what the turnout of the game would have been. Even though LSU won this game 107-100, that could have been a small little factor to determine the game right there. And this was all done in regulation.
Michelle, I got my hand up.
Yes, ma'am.
So now, was she a key contributor, like, to their offense?
Liz, I mean, in this DQ, I will say it came in the first half.
Yeah, I saw that part.
Yeah, it came in the first half. And I mean, Liz Scott is a bench player, and Samaya is a starter. So it was very disappointing. She only had 2 points when she left the game. She only played 6 minutes. So,
well, luckily, the following game she missed was Mississippi State. We get to that point.
But let me tell you, halftime score was 42-52 LSU. Okay. What I wanted to show you guys and put up on the screen a video, and I have never seen this in all my years of women's basketball, college basketball. Have I ever seen a player being called for a technical foul for a flop? Technical foul was called in this game for a flop. This was just one of the couple of times that Kim Mulkey just went
Kim Mulkey
bananas.
just clipboard out of old girl's hand.
She was so enraged. She went over to her bench to her assistant coach, Simone Augustus, who played for her, played under Kim Mulkey. Okay. Mulkey was so hot. She just went over there and knocked the clipboard, and Simone, she was just
like this, more like
she held her hands up like what did
wait,
the clipboard do to you?
like, did this just happen?
Did this just happen? She did. She had to smirk about it. She couldn't even get upset because that's just who Kim Mulkey is. But anyway,
I'm glad it was
again,
clipboard.
great game.
It
Michaela
was.
Williams went off. Michaela Williams. She's
I
their
think
go-to.
She had like 6 or 9 3-pointers.
She did. When I say Michaela Williams, it was the Michaela Williams show. She was 7 for 12 from 3-pointers. Okay.
Yeah, she was
She
killing
ended the
it.
game with 37 points, 7 rebounds.
Hot hand, the hot hand.
Flage, 25 points, and Anissa Morrow, 21 points. That's 83 points. That's 3/4 of your offense right there. Those three right there. 83 points. They scored 107.
Yep. They were getting it.
They were getting it. I mean,
it was like the whole flow of the game because it was like up and down. And I think had it been a press, if either team was pressing, it might have been a different score. But neither team pressed, so it was really just up and down. And you know, you got to give it to Oklahoma. They stuck to their guns. They hung in there. They did not quit because they were playing LSU. So final score was 107.
I will put this out there for Oklahoma. I mean, they cut the lead. I mean, 25 points. I just have no words. They put up 207 points. Again, it was a great ball game. If you didn't watch it, you need to go back and watch that game. Gotta go back and watch it.
You was frozen for a minute.
You gotta go back and watch that game. That's all I can say. It was a great game.
I watched it. It was awesome.
Yeah, so we're gonna move on. On that, also on Thursday night, North Carolina took on California. They went out to the West Coast, and you know they had to tell them, "Hey, welcome to the ACC." UNC won that game 65-52, and then you had NC State taking on Wake Forest. That was a pretty good game. NC State winning that 90-83, putting them at 9-1 in the ACC.
That should have been easy for them because Wake Forest ain't hitting on nothing this year.
They're not.
Womp womp.
Also, another huge game, big game, I will say, is Florida State put up 104 points against Boston College.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. 104 points. Timpson, one of the go-to, had 21 points. And then Sidbury. Gotta give it up for Sidbury for Boston College. She put up 28 points, 10 rebounds for Boston College. It just wasn't enough. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. So that's all I got for Thursday evening's ball games last week, folks.
All right, well, let me put on the glasses so I can see.
That's right.
All right, so y'all, we're gonna talk Sunday night. So South Carolina taking on Auburn Tigers. Coach in the house. So this was a very special night because this was also Asia Wilson's retirement night. So let's check a little bit of that out.
Columbia, South Carolina is my home, and it shaped me not just as an athlete, but as a person. As I would look up in the rafters and see my jersey, I'm reminded how important it is to chase your dreams without fear. And the person who taught me that and is still teaching me is Dawn Staley. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach, for seeing the light in me even when I couldn't see it in myself. And for showing me that it's not about the destination, but the journey and the people you meet along the way. I wouldn't be who I am today without the love, support, and sacrifices of so many people. And what a blessing to have those most special to me courtside today, especially my favorite Olympian from out of town.
Bam, Ida Bayo.
There would be no me without Eva and Roscoe. Mom and Dad, there aren't enough thank yous I can say. But in everything that I do, I hope I make you proud. Thank you all for believing in me and for making this moment possible. Go Cox.
Now, fams, turn your attention to the rafters as we drop Asia Wilson's jersey. The last player will ever wear number 22 for Gamecock basketball.
What a scene as you hear Dave Aiken announce that.
All right.
So emotional. So emotional.
Yes, congrats, Asia. You worked hard to get that, baby. You got a statue and your jersey retired.
A statue and a jersey.
Statue and a jersey. So,
stand
like
up.
I said, Carolina took on the Auburn Tigers, and the Gamecocks took care of business. You know, Dawn doing what she do, rotating them in and out. Deanna Gaston led all scores for the Tigers with 31 points. Dang and Boston added 10 points, and Sub Bain 11 points. Johnny got her a little Asian girl from I forgot where she transferred.
Yes, and she's handling business too.
Yeah, she was pretty good. So now for South Carolina, Kids had 15 rebounds, and she had 15 points. She getting there, but I still need for her to get in there and bang it. But I can understand why she doesn't really like to get mix it up, because she kind of thin, kind of on the bony side. But anyway, Joyce, the juggernaut Edwards, had 18, and Fawali had 17 points.
Fawali had 17.
Fawali had 17.
Okay.
So now let's talk about Notre Dame versus Louisville. This was also a spectacular game. I think Louisville hung with them a little bit in the first two halves, but after the third, then it was time to turn on the Jets. There was one play. Gosh, I wish I had taken the time to show y'all that, because I love when you do those out of bounds plays, and I always like to watch to see what combination they're going to do. But it was like, you had two below, two at the elbow, and Olivia Miles just come out of nowhere. The ball is thrown up at the front of the rim, and she grabs it and lays it up. We ain't gonna talk too much about that hair. I'm like, what she got going on? She look like she just got out of bed everywhere. Don't do that no more.
Man. Oh man. I think her and Olivia Miles might be related.
I don't know. But anyway, Double H, that's what I call her. That's Hannah Hidalgo. I call her Double H.
Hannah H. Handling business Hidalgo.
Yeah, I call her Double H. She had 34 points in this game. She was going off. King had 16 points. So, Citro took a back seat. She had a quiet 8. Real quiet 8. And Olivia Miles had 17. Miles had 17 in this game. All right. So let's talk about the shocker upset.
Alert.
Where my noise at, Michelle? I'm like, woo, 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 on something.
Not tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. Bam, 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 bam.
All right. So our defeats USC, Juju, and company. The final score was 76-69. This also was retirement night for
another
Caitlin.
number 22. Another number 22.
Yes, Caitlin Clark also had her jersey retired. They showed out for the crowd. So
Olsen put up 28 points.
Yeah.
She wasn't playing. And
I just think, I guess it's just a home crowd thing, because most teams, they get up for home games and they don't want to disappoint the home crowd, and they really didn't want to disappoint Caitlin. So
nah, not on her big night.
Oh,
it was a lot of energy in the crowd. I mean, they snapped USC's 15-game win streak, but again, that still doesn't change. Where they stand in the rankings. They're still holding strong. Well, they actually went down 3 because of that upset, so they're now number 7.
Number 7. Okay, all right. I haven't seen the rankings yet.
Yeah, they're the only team that made like significant move in the rankings. Yeah.
So Texas takes on Texas A&M. No surprises there. The final score was 70-50. Texas took care of business at home. All right. So
TCB.
TCB. Yeah, they took care of business. Yes.
Yes, they did. Come on, coach.
I know. It's almost 8 o'clock, Michelle. It's almost shutdown time for me.
It is. It's almost shutdown time. You're right. My bad.
Give me a little grace.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Mississippi State takes on number 7 LSU at LSU. This was actually a pretty good, decent game. It's just that, towards the end, that the Power 3 took over. They had till about the third quarter, and then LSU star power, Anissa Morrow, in there grabbing them 20 Reeves, girl. She had 20 Reeves.
Man, Anissa, man. Woo-hoo.
She's a dog, man. That girl's a dog. Flau'jae Johnson add another 20, and Michaela Williams, just a sophomore, she also was feeling it, had her 22 points. So, that was like Mississippi State. And then we talk about NC State. Excuse me, North Carolina. North Carolina took on Stanford. They just edged out Stanford 69-67. Well, you think they were tired? What was going on?
Jet lag, maybe. Did they play at home or what? Yeah, they played at Stanford. That's it.
No, they played at Stanford.
Okay, because they just played California. So, if we're going to go to the West Coast, we're going to stay in the West Coast. So,
right.
I don't know.
I think you already mentioned this game, the Tennessee-Missouri game. That was actually a good game.
There have been, I don't know, what's this year, the caliber of talent and the level of play has been high.
Raised. Yeah. So Tennessee put it together and finished Missouri 76-71, a home game. Missouri missed a lot of shots. They missed a lot of free throws. So that cost them a game. I guess it might have been just a little fatigue. I don't know. And then, which this is a game I have not seen yet, but I will get to because it came on last night. So Duke took on NC State. Oh, we also have to celebrate Sanaya Rivers, who is a part of the 1,000 Points Club now.
Yeah, Rivers. Okay.
She was honored before the game, and NC State took care of business, beating out Duke.
And guess what? So, guess who had a career high last night for NC State? Your point guard for NC State.
Oh, James.
Isaiah James hit 36 points, making 15 of 19 shots. Okay.
Was in the zone.
15 of 19 and 6 rebounds. She had 33 points, a year ago against Duke. So it's something about playing them Dukies
They bring it out of them.
It brings the fire out of. I don't know if it's because of that 30-minute drive up the road or what. But she did it a year ago. She went 12 for 20 last year. This year she went 15 for 19 shots. So again, I don't know. It's an incentive right there. But Ashton Jackson scored 23 points for Duke. She hit 6 3-pointers.
Oh wow.
So the guard play, like I said, this year is something is different. It hitting different.
They're hitting different. But Duke is like right there on the cusp, man. It's just something that they missing that they cannot finish out a game. It's the turnovers for one. They always have too many turnovers.
Right. But this is just their second loss in the ACC. So they're 8-2. NC State is 9 and it's 10-1, and then you got Notre Dame is the undefeated team in the ACC.
Okay. So let's talk about moving forward the tournament. Who is your 4 now, or who is your 8? Because I'm looking at the big picture.
The big picture?
Yeah, who's your Elite 8?
Elite 8. Oh man. You know, I actually have I'm still going with the top 4. Well, hey, top 5, I still got UCLA in there. I still got South Carolina in there. I got Notre Dame in there. I got LSU. I got UConn. UConn has been quiet. I don't know why
but
they haven't
win.
been making a whole lot of noise.
They're not playing anybody big for one. They're playing teams now that they supposed to be.
Yeah, they dominating their conference and everything.
I got USC in there, but I got a question mark now. But I still got them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing one more team. That star power.
I think Maryland has a good chance. NC State has a decent chance.
I think I would give NC State the edge over Maryland.
Over Maryland?
Yeah.
Okay. I could possibly. I think NC State has more guards.
I would even maybe give.
Free has more guards to rotate in, I think, than West has.
Yeah.
He just has Isaiah James, Sanaya, and then I can't think of the returner for NC State. But
okay, you want to know my 8?
Go ahead.
TCU, LSU, Notre Dame, UCLA, South Carolina, Ohio State, UConn, and question mark USC. We got to see how they finish.
I can see them making the Elite 8 at least.
Yeah, I can see that.
See them making the Elite 8, but a Final 4 is.
No, I don't think they Final 4 ready.
Right now, I don't think so, but who knows?
But you know what? There is some big games coming up on this Thursday. It will be a game that I can't see, but I will eventually watch it. Ohio State playing UCLA.
Oh, yeah.
Macmillan, that might actually be a possible upset. It might. It all depends on what energy or what Ohio State team shows up. Then, yeah.
Okay.
So this is playing West Virginia, and
you know who else plays on Thursday?
TCU and K-State.
Well, that too, but I wasn't even thinking about that. Listen, UConn and Tennessee play.
Oh yeah. Is that a ESPN?
That's the game I will be watching 6:30 on ESPN. Okay.
Yes.
6:30 on ESPN. Okay.
Who you with, Michelle? Who you with?
You know, besides, being I'm gonna tell you, these were my 3 teams growing up watching and pulling for was Carolina, Tennessee, and South Carolina. Okay, those 3. I'm going with Tennessee on this, even though I love how Gino Auriemma always produced championship teams. I never was like a UConn fan. Okay. Even though he got the magic sauce, he know how to do it, he know how to get it and stuff. He got it done and all. He put together championship teams. I just never was like a UConn follower, but you know, hey, I'm going for Tennessee on this one. They got a good chance.
Now, my three would be UNC Tar Heels, Tennessee, and see, unlike you, I am a UConn fan, but I became a UConn fan when Taurasi came on the scene.
Okay, yeah. Taurasi.
I was actually in Connecticut when she won the championship her senior year when they beat Duke. You remember when they came down and she came down to Lane of Beer's face and looked at her and said, whoosh.
She did.
That's she looked down like, yeah, get that out the neck, girl. Get that out the neck.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She said, let me show you how real ballers do.
Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't even know about Sue Bird, and I did know about what is the girl that commentates that played for Connecticut?
Lobo.
Yeah, I knew about Rebecca Lobo because her and Don played on the Olympic team together.
They did.
Yeah.
Don so was feeding her the ball.
I like UConn, but I think if they could shoot well and defend well, which I think they will with Storm, I think they'll come out on top. The thing that's going to hurt them the most is that Tennessee is not consistent yet.
No.
Then it's not their, sometimes when you just bring in a bunch of girls and they all coming in, it's not cohesive yet. No. They're not clicking because they don't know each other enough yet. So,
right.
I think she got the right personnel. If everybody say, like I said last show, they're going to be up in the top 15 next year.
Oh, yeah. They should. And also another game that's going to be played, even though they are not ranked, Oregon takes on Maryland. That could possibly be an okay. I mean, I really haven't seen, since I'm a Tar Heel fan, Deja Kelly, who transferred from UNC to Oregon. Really haven't got a chance to really watch her play and see how she's gelling with Oregon. But I mean, Oregon's record, they're 7-4 in the Big Ten, 16-6 overall.
I mean, they're making a little progress, but I mean, I think the more the higher up teams.
Yeah.
Well, she's playing more of a point guard, and she's surrounded by scorers, so she don't have to take the lead role role. Gosh, I can't talk like she did when she was at Carolina. So it looks a little different.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm. Yeah, they're struggling. Yeah, it's not a.
Y'all, we've covered the NCAA women's basketball. We've covered some jersey retirements. You know what I'm about to cover, right?
Unrivaled.
Dun, 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 dun. So, y'all, we are like 3 weeks into Unrivaled, and the Lunar Owls are still coasting, leading. They're 6-0. The Laces are 4-2. The Mist are 2-4. They finally got a win. Thank you. I know Brianna was like, about dang time. They couldn't catch a win. They finally got one in. So, but I will say in the next show, I will be talking about this one-on-one challenge that they have in the pods that they have put these players in. Pretty much all 36 players have been put into pods. Not all 36, but 30 players have been put into pods, okay? 8 players in these pods, and basically fans was able to go and vote on their players. And I'm gonna have to tell you, some of the players y'all think were ranked high, I ranked low. Like Brittany Griner, she wasn't ranked because you had to rank them 1 through 8 as far as who you thought were the best ones. And so I'll tell you right now, Brittany Griner definitely was not in my top picks in her pod.
Is it too late to go vote? Because I saw that today, but I was like,
Oh man, I mean, you might be able to go in there.
Okay, because
and
I was on
vote.
the app.
But
today.
just to give you an idea of the pods, basically, so for pod A, you had Chelsea Gray, Jewel Lloyd, Natasha Cloud, Shakira Austin, Azura Stevens, Alyssa Thomas, and Ray Burrell. Okay, in that pod, this is how I rank those players. I put Jewel Lloyd as my number one.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea Gray is my number two.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa Thomas is my number three.
Right.
Azura Stevens is my number four. Natasha Cloud is my number five. Ray Burrell is my number six. And Shakira Austin as my number seven. Now, I will say, out of these pods, pretty much the further you go, the better your chances are as far as achieving the maximum amount for your team. I think the top player winner wins $200K.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so I'm gonna break all that down for y'all on the next show. I'm gonna break it all down for you.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it? We done?
That's it. All that gets started, I think, Valentine's Day weekend, which Valentine's Day is next Friday, y'all. So
Next Friday, share the love. We
that's
need some
it.
love right now.
That's right. That's what we need in this world right now is some love.
Some love. Well, all righty, y'all. You heard it right here on Sideline Sisters. We broke it down. Don't forget all them games coming on Thursday night. I definitely will be in the house for the Tennessee UConn game. Yes. All right. So hit the theme music.
We take care, y'all. We'll see you. Share, like, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.